These two teams have been standard bearers, championship programs, and when they look at their schedules, there are a lot of big games, but they know to get where they want to be, they're going to have to go right through each other, and the Dogs and the Tide all win, have a national championship or bust mentality. Welcome between the hedges to Athens, Georgia and Sanford Stadium, home of the Georgia Bulldogs. As we see the number 7 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on the winners of 3 straight, the Georgia Bulldogs. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Georgia about to kick it off to get us underway. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. This crowd trying to show them what it's going to be like all day in this house. They go to the ground. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. Alabama pushing the tempo. This rivalry might not be as bitter for Alabama as the ones against Auburn or Tennessee, or for Georgia, the ones against Florida or Georgia Tech. But when Alabama and Georgia have met over the past decade or so, no matchup has been more impactful across the SEC or college football.
Oh, there's no doubt. Georgia's had a Bama problem. I mean, they've kind of had their number. Obviously got over the hurdle for the national championship, but some great teams that have been held back because Alabama's dominance. This is a big rivalry. This is a huge day for the Dogs.
Anytime these teams play, it feels like a national championship. Even more than an SEC championship. We've seen that time and time again. But one thing I know, Georgia's defense is going to know where Ryan Williams is lining up each and every play, because the true freshman last year ate this defense alive.
They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. This crowd full of throats, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Bringing the heat. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. You can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
Well, on 2nd and inches, the offense tried to catch the defense napping, and they took a shot, didn't get it. 3rd and inches now, you got to do the obvious thing and run it. And the defense completely stuffs you. Now you got 4th down. What do you do if you're on offense?
And it's incomplete. The long pass downfield. They couldn't hook up.
Coaches talk about it all the time. We're going to be aggressive. Well, they were aggressive on that first drive. They go for it on 4th down. No dice. Now you put your defense on the field. I like the aggressiveness, but now you got to deal with some of the consequences.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And he's able to shed 1 tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. You can really set the tone for what's possible in your season in early season showdowns like this, both in the top 10 and both with the loftiest of goals.
This one's fun too, David, because we had this game circled in the offseason. We knew this was going to be a really good matchup early, and we're going to find out the answers to a lot of questions we have about both these teams.
Well, and sometimes it's hard to figure that out, right? Like, you don't get till mid-season, you're like, oh, they haven't played anybody. Out the gate.
Turning it on! And he's brought down after a nice gain. Now, last year, there were long stretches in which the Georgia offense hardly looked like a well-oiled machine. Now the quarterback's transferred, new full-time starter in there. I think it's fair to say, David, that the Dogs need more from the quarterback position this season.
They do need more, but I tell you what, they didn't help him the whole spot around, right? The offensive line, running backs, receivers, it was kind of below average for every position, but the quarterback is the tone setter, the captain, and having a guy like Gunner at the helm, man, this is a dude they all trust, they all respect, and I expect this offense to bounce back in a big way.
Running back searching for a hole. They make the tackle after he gets 2 down to the 25.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
He'll take a shot. And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. And the Bulldogs now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Let's go. Tight end now in motion. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. Second down coming up. Looking for a man. It's Stockton. Throws to the wideout. He is lucky to get that one back, and the last thing you want is to turn it over on your opening drive.
Oh, and on defense, you just got to be able to finish that play. That defender had the football in his hands. He's just got to catch it. That should have been an interception.
Makes the catch. It's Young. Breaks into the open. Guided out of bounds at the 22. Good play for this offense as they are threatening to score. On fourth down, they're taking to the air. Converts on fourth down, still going. That will be enough to move the chains and get them a first down in the red zone at the 14. Using his legs, it's Frazier. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave him a little bit of everything on that one.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got to burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense. The best red zone offenses are the ones who can run the ball in this area, but that's a tough ask today, especially against this unit. One of the best 5 defenses in the nation stopping the run. This is a really big moment in this game.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Pass in these tight quarters, if you're going to put the ball up, you'd like to think that you'd either have space or get it downfield a little bit.
Yeah, I like the defense understanding where the end zone is and then defending that line. It's okay to make the catch. You just got to make sure you get the ball carrier down in the field of play.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. No hesitation from this head coach. He will go for it on 4th and goal from the 1. They're going to run it. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Georgia.
If the offense continues to put drives like that together, this defense is in trouble. How about the balance, the ability to throw the football, run the football, keep the defense guessing, and then when it gets closer to the end zone, the physicality to punch it in. Great start for this offense.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Here comes that Alabama offense. They got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Out of the gun, the inside give. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. This dog crowd is off the leash, and they are coming after them, bringing noise on third down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. The Crimson Tide looking for a big play to convert on third down. To the air, it's Simpson. Working that left side now. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
Quarterbacks are just like anybody else. They get in rhythms. And to get in a rhythm early on third down and have a little success here and get the sticks moving, great chance to continue to get this offense moving down the field to get some more points.
That's caught. It's Bernard. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Alabama quickly back to the line.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
This defensive coaching staff, they love their secondary, and they love the matchups they have. They believe they've got 5 guys at least back there that can cover one-on-one. You saw a great example of it there on third down, forcing the incompletion.
They'll move the chains. Good execution on third down. They've got it at the 41.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
And that doesn't happen very often. That's their go-to guy. I love the way they move him around the field, and they try to attack the middle with him to get the ball in his hands and let him do some damage. And he shows you the drop. Okay, it's in there, but it doesn't happen very often.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and hand him the ball off.
The Crimson Tide a long, long way from the line to gain here on third down. Looking to throw at Simpson. Grabbed over the middle. It's Bernard. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
Now remember, they were stopped on fourth down earlier in the first quarter, but they'll try it again. That's reeled in. It's Williams. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down.
Well, to heck with being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a two-shot field goal with where they were on that fourth down. But they decided to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
Brought down after a pickup of 2 to the 19. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Miller with the ball. Doing damage on the ground as he runs it down to the 11-yard line.
This is an offense, guys, that really believes in physicality, and that's their identity. So running the ball on second down, no problem for them.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Wants to go up top on first down. Looking to scramble. He's out of bounds after the good pickup, and what a way to end the first period. Well, guys, it's Georgia holding the lead at the end of the quarter. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. They're trying to slam it in. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down.
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
The defense knew coming into this game they were going to have their hands full. Not only did they have to worry about these running backs in the running game, they had to worry about the quarterback as well. On designed runs and on scrambles, they didn't have an answer for him right there.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. They finally make the stop, and it's been this way this guy's whole career as a senior makes a play after the grab.
And watch the offensive line here. They all block and run. Because they're blocking run, the quarterback decides, oh, I got a favorable matchup. He dumps it out to the right, makes the right read, gets a nice positive gain.
The Bulldogs just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Just a short pass to the tight end. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking for space. It's Frazier. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
Scanning the field, it's Stockton. Caught in the backfield, it's Frazier. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down mark.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
And the Dogs line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll stick to the ground, looking for the marker. There he goes! Touchdown, Dogs! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. There's a reason they call this dude a big playmaker. Moments just like that one.
Big-time playmaker. Can make plays all over the field from all different spots. That's why you got to find ways to give him touches as much as possible, because he'll make it happen.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the SEC. South Carolina is lighting up the scoreboard right now thanks to a dazzling offensive display. They're up by 21 over Kentucky. We'll keep an eye on things until the final horn in a game that could shake things up a bit in the SEC.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. To the air on first down. Still looking, on the move. Quarterback gets the first down. They get him out of bounds, couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling. Ripped off a chunk on the opening play of this drive. Now it's first down from the 48. Use the play fake, now to throw. Under fire. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
The short hands, it's Williams. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. Let's see what they dial up on this fourth down. Remember, they're 1 for 2 so far in this one. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Converts on fourth down, and he's still going. And he takes it all the way down to the 10-yard line. An explosive play for this offense. On first and goal, let's see if Alabama can get it in the end zone. Motion from the wideout. Looking for a man. It's Simpson. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
Second and goal, no dice for this offense. If I'm on offense right now, I'm thinking about who are my mismatches? Who are my big bodies out wide that I can throw them the football and they can make a play over top of somebody?
It's third and goal and a long way from the end zone. To throw again. Under fire. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
QBs and receivers on third down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure, the quarterback gets hit, just not on the same page with his target.
He splits the uprights. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Get another look at this Bulldog offense. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Palmer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play for the pass. I can't give them everything.
From the 39-yard line, it's first and 10. Dropping back, it's Stockton. Here's a heat. With the catch, it's Young. And he was able to shed a tackle and pick up the first down before they finally get him on the ground.
Right, second quarter, getting closer to the half. Offense is still having a lot of success stringing some first downs together. Defense is going to need to figure something out before they get to halftime.
And the pass is incomplete, but it might not matter. Flag is down, and it looked as if the defense was roughing up that receiver. Free yards. First down for the offense after that penalty. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up second and short.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The Dogs can really attack on this second and short. They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. And the Bulldogs can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They'll give it to the back. On the move at the 30. He's got 93 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency and getting first downs and staying on the field. And you saw another great example right there running the football. Anything they want to do right now is working.
He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Looking for the score. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
Nice execution by this defense on 2nd and goal. And they try to throw the football. They stay tight on them. If I'm this offense, maybe I run some crossers, a little pick route, try to get my guy open.
Big guy smells it. And he's going to take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And with the extra point, it's a 21-10 game. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Back to throw, it's Simpson. Got a man, it's Bernard.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Looks like Alabama will pick up the first down.
And this is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. That's caught. It's Miller. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. 2nd down, clock's running. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And it's an incomplete pass on the deep shot, but the flag is down. Let's check the call. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Alabama comes to the line with 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Pulls it in. It's Williams. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Alabama pushing the tempo. To the air on 2nd down. Grab near the sticks. It's Williams. He goes out of bounds, but not before getting it to the 32. They've got it down to the 32. 1st and 10 coming. Looking to throw on 1st down. Lets it fly deep downfield. Touchdown, Bama! They went for it all, and it paid off with the score.
But that's exactly what this offense needed to do. You talk about answering at the right time, right before the half, close this gap, create some momentum, go into the half, put something together, try to come out with your hair on fire and win this 2nd half.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey, guys, just wanted to get you a quick update on a game happening in the Big Ten. Washington is in major trouble today. The folks out there in Seattle are heading for the exits with more determination than a Marshawn Lynch touchdown run. They're trailing by 28 to Ohio State. We'll let you know if anything else comes out of Big Ten country from this one. Back to you.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. At the 35, he's loose. He now has 108 yards on the ground, and he's been terrific all season, ranking in the top 10 in rushing. After a big gainer on that first play, now they can really go for it on 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Stockton. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. The offense burns its 3rd and final timeout of the half. The Bulldogs trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Looking downfield very late in the half. Intercepted for the 11th time this season. And they make the play to stop the scoring opportunity just before the end of the half.
And I don't mind this coaching staff and their decision to stay aggressive here with the lead at the end of the first half. You've got a quarterback that, in my opinion, has earned the right to throw the ball in these situations, but you've got to be better with your decision-making right there. That's a costly turnover, which now gives your opponent the chance to score some more points here at the end of the half.
And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle. Back to pass. Grab near the marker. It's Edwards. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Ready to start the second half. Alabama will kick it off. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They open this 3rd quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Delton. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
I like that big, reliable security blanket. And that's what tight ends are a lot of times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive points.
Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
This pass rush is serious, man. When you watch them on film, they do a nice job in the back end, taking away all the throws downfield. He's trying to get to his check down, but that pressure, it gets to him, and the hit forced the incomplete.
And he can't connect on the throw. It's incomplete.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO, and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Looking to pass. It's Stockton. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
That is a good omen for this defense. They were getting lit up in the first half. They knew something had to change. So to set the tone like this early on their opening drive of the 3rd quarter and get a stop on 3rd, that should really help their confidence.
What a great job on that kick, bouncing it out of bounds inside the 10. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Looking for room, it's Hill. Powers through the defender. Oh, he's got some space. He rumbles out to the 39-yard line before he's steered out of bounds.
Well, there's the offense trying to take advantage of this running back speed. I like the call. Hand off to the left, to the outside. Put him in space and let him go to work.
From the gun, running back gets the gift. A solid pickup there before the
see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The play action fake. Snagged in the middle. It's Edwards. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
Blasted as he lets it go. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Horton.
And that RPO play was run to perfection. The run fake forced and sucked the defense up, and a nice job on the route by the receiver, not telegraphing that he was breaking to the inside on the slant.
A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up fourth down. They were banking on the yards after the catch, but that went into the negative column.
And I'm banking on the ball coming out quick. When I'm a defense and understanding third and short, understand they're going to throw the ball really quickly, try to make a play. The defense knew it, broke on the football, made a nice tackle to force a fourth down.
Got it in the middle. It's Horton. And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lick.
And that's a play the defense has got to be able to make, guys, right there on fourth down. You're in the third quarter, second half. You're playing at home, and it's a close game. You've got a huge opportunity to seize momentum. And you just get the feeling that that momentum is going to be a big factor here in the second half. Someone had to step up and make a play, and they just couldn't get it done.
Back to pass, it's Simpson. The quarterback's a little more on target there. Maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Catch in the middle, it's Williams. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down.
Yeah, when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receiver's got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch. Way to get the first down.
With the catch, it's Williams. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Goes out of bounds, but they'll be set up with a first and goal.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback be going the other direction.
Grabbed behind the line, it's Williams. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly.
I like the decision by the quarterback there. I mean, you'd like to think your receiver in space can make a linebacker miss, but that's just a better job tackling by the defense.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Back to throw, it's Simpson. Not quite in rhythm there, incomplete.
You've got great field position here. You've got to pay it off. Who is your go-to receiver that can make a play in this situation?
From the gun, wants to pass. Wide out, trying to get it in. Touchdown tie! And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half.
Man, he's off to a good start this year. That's already his third receiving touchdown. We're only 4 games into the season. I love how they line him up all over the field, and as the season goes on, they're going to keep being more and more creative with how they get this guy the ball.
On the move from inside his 5. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. He'll start this drive going to the air. He's open on the right. Brought down at the 25 after he picked up 10. The Dogs have had a long history of scrappy and efficient quarterbacks. Add a little star power to it, and you've got something working.
You definitely get a little extra something. We see it all across college football. You find that dude at the quarterback spot, it takes you from good.
Turning it on! He'll get it across the 30-yard line. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 32 as this offense is trying to do some work. And the Dogs in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down.
A lot of times on 2nd down, you're thinking pass, especially 2nd, maybe in a little bit long. Really good job by the offense, committing to the running game, getting the first down really easily.
They're going to go right back to him on first down. And the big defensive front wins the battle. No gain on that play.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
I'm not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block better. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
To the air. It's Stockton. And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at the 35.
And it's such an advantage for this defense to have an outside linebacker like that can rush the passer because they can set the edge. They can get off the ball, and they're just way too fast for tight ends or for offensive tackles to get out and block them.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. It's incomplete, and we'll change ends of the field now. And talk about spreading the ball around, everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic 4th quarter finish. Georgia sends out the punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football, so he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Caught in the backfield, it's Williams. Still on his feet at the 45. Out of space. And it looked as if he might take that one all the way to the house. Just ran out of a little steam, and the defense finally got him.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
He has the first and still on his feet. What a good job to be able to pick up that kind of yardage when you're trying to finish off the game. The Crimson Tide comes to the line with the 1st and 10. Sends it back in motion. From the red zone, looking for a man. Caught over the middle. It's Williams. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. Dropping back, it's Simpson. Catch in the middle, it's Williams. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. This quarterback part of their running game. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it first and goal at the 6. So this offense with an opportunity to put this game in a hammerlock if they can score and lead the clock. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And after that negative play on offense with the lead late in the game, I think there's still ways that you can be creative and run the football, but not be so obvious. So zone read type plays, fake dives and pitches to the running back to get him outside, jet sweeps. You can find other ways to keep the clock moving even though the defense knows you're going to run it.
Gets the back moving. Going to swing it on second down. Touchdown, Alabama! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And, man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the fourth quarter, everything going in their direction.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here. Got it in the middle, it's Frazier. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
They've got a ways to go if they're going to win this game. It's all about getting the drive started. They come away with a positive play to get this thing going. Let's see what they can do now.
Looking to throw, it's Stockton. Fires to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. How about this senior picking up some yardage and making a nice play on that one? Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Finds a man on the left. What a nice connection. Knocked down immediately, and they've got it at the 25.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come over, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast, they want to crank up the tempo.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Misfired on the last play, they'll go back to the air. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
Now, I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the fourth quarter, and you're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
Fires deep toward the end zone. Intercepted. He'll try to take it back. Stopped at the 44. The defense coming up with a big interception.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the fourth quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
He's loose. Inside the touchdown, Crimson Tide. And they take it in for 6 more points. With that, the lead nice and comfortable, and they're cruising toward a 4-0 start.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking downfield, it's Stockton. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
It's pretty obvious. This defense came into this one knowing they were going to have to play a complete game until there were zeros on the clock, especially against this quarterback. You cannot take your foot off the gas.
Pulls it in on the right. He's loose. Inside the 10. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play up top. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. From the gun, he'll try to throw. Touchdown, Georgia! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
Nice job by the offense going down the field, putting points on the board, but you're still down a couple possessions. Still need some good things to happen. You need your kicker to go over there and get warmed up. We need an onside. We need to score some points. We need a lot of things to go right to win this football game.
Grab over the middle. It's Young. He's not quite going to get there, and the try for 2 fails, and they are unable to cut into this lead any further. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. From the gun to give, looking for room. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock.
Timeout, Alabama.
The dogs are barking and growling and trying to hold him here on 3rd down. Looking to throw, it's Simpson. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And here's the pick, and oh, did they need that right now. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time they had it. Much better field position this time around. Caught in the backfield, it's Bell. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
And offenses nowadays, they're really just counting numbers. How many guys do you have out wide? How many guys do I have out wide? If I have enough guys to block your guys, boom, it's just built into the offense. Pitch, catch, let me get a few yards.
He makes a catch. And a nice grab with a defender right on him, and he's down at the 20. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. Wants to throw on 1st down. Fires to the end zone. He makes a grab. And he won't be able to get in as the defense gets him down at the 1. Georgia comes quickly to the line. He's looking to pass. Grabbed in the end zone for a touchdown, and there's still a hill to climb, but they are still fighting, staggering, stumbling, but still upright and not finished yet.
Well, the good news is you scored a touchdown. You've made this a one-possession game. The bad news is you got to get the ball back. So if you're the head coach, you got to start thinking, how are we going to do that? Are we going onside kick, or do we trust our defense to give it back to the O?
The clock is just inside 50 seconds to play. If they don't recover the onside kick, this one is all but over. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Guys, if you want to go strictly by the rankings, I guess this was an upset, but to my eyes, we saw two really good teams slug it out, and one of them came out on top.
Yeah, two really good teams. And that's a reason why they're